What if I told you that one of the most powerful books in the Bible was born from pain, worship, fear, victory, and broken hearts? This is the incredible story of how the Book of Psalms came about. But before we go deeper, take one quick second. If you love powerful Bible history stories like this, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below telling me where you are watching from. And stay with me to the very end, because this story is too powerful to miss. Now, let us travel back thousands of years to the ancient land of Israel, where songs were more than music. They were prayers. They were cries for help. They were songs of victory. They were the deep expressions of people pouring out their hearts to God. The story begins with a young shepherd boy named David. Before he became king, before he faced giants, before his name was known across Israel, David was out in the lonely fields, watching sheep under the open sky. In the quiet of those long nights, with only the stars above him and the sheep around him, David sang. With a harp in his hands and faith in his heart, he sang about the greatness of God. He looked at the heavens and saw God's glory. He saw danger in the wilderness and trusted in God's protection. He turned his thoughts, his fears, and his faith into songs. These were not just ordinary songs. They came from real life, from real struggles, from real faith in the middle of real hardship. And as David grew older, life became even more difficult. He faced danger. He faced war. He faced betrayal. He faced heartbreak. He faced failure. But through every season of his life, David kept singing. When enemies chased him, he cried out to God for rescue. When fear surrounded him, he sang words of trust. When God gave him victory, he burst out in praise. And when he sinned and his heart was broken, he wrote prayers of repentance that still touch hearts today. Many of those powerful songs later became part of what we now know as the Book of Psalms. And right here, let me ask you, which part moves you the most already? The worship, the struggle, or the victory? Comment below because I really want to hear your thoughts. And if stories like this bless you, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss the next one. But David was not the only voice behind the Book of Psalms. Other servants of God also added their songs. Asaph, a worship leader and temple musician, wrote psalms filled with praise and deep questions about justice. The sons of Korah wrote beautiful songs about God's presence, majesty, and glory. Solomon, known for wisdom, added his own words. And even Moses, who lived long before David, had a prayer included among these sacred writings. So the Book of Psalms was not written all at once, and it was not written by just one man. It was built over generations. These songs were treasured by God's people. They were preserved carefully. They were sung in worship. They were used in the tabernacle and later in the temple. They became the voice of the people in every season of life. In times of joy, they sang them. In times of sorrow, they prayed them. In times of national trouble, they held on to them. In times of worship, they lifted them up before God. Little by little, these sacred songs and prayers were gathered together, and over time they became the Book of Psalms, a collection filled with worship, lament, thanksgiving, wisdom, and praise. That is why Psalms feels so alive even today. It does not feel distant. It does not feel cold. It feels human. It feels personal. It feels real. In Psalms, you hear the voice of the worshiper, the voice of the brokenhearted, the voice of the sinner asking for mercy, the voice of the faithful believer holding on to hope, the voice of someone who has been through pain but still chooses to trust God. The Book of Psalms teaches us something powerful. No matter what we are feeling, joy or sorrow, fear or faith, weakness or strength, we can bring it all to God. From lonely shepherd fields, to dark caves, to royal palaces, to the courts of the temple, the songs of God's people became one of the most loved and powerful books in the entire Bible. And even today, the Book of Psalms still speaks. It comforts the hurting. It strengthens the weak. It gives words to those who do not know what to pray, and it reminds us that worship is not just about singing, it is about pouring your heart out before God. And that is how the Book of Psalms came about. Now, before you go, if this story inspired you, taught you something new, or blessed your heart in any way, don't just watch and leave quietly. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below saying Psalms if you want more Bible history stories like this. And tell me which Bible story you want me to tell next, because your comment could inspire the next video. Enjoying this story? Like, subscribe, and comment below for more powerful Bible history stories.